Flare just did the unthinkable and even surprised a lot of Flare holders, including me. And we have discussed about this in my previous video, and now we are going to talk about it. I will also tell you guys some bullish news, what happened in the past few days. So this video is packed up with bullishness. So let's get straight into it. What is going on, everybody? It's King Karan with another Flare content for you guys. So let's talk about what happened yesterday regarding the flare drops. Because yesterday was the last flare drop that we will ever get. We already got 36 airdrops for the past 3 years. And yesterday came to an end. This means that the airdrop era is over and that we are entering the utility era, like I said in my last video. So what happened yesterday regarding the price of Flare? Because like I said in the last video, I told you guys the best case scenario is no drop at all and people know what they hold, and this is the best scenario that we would actually get. And the worst case scenario was obviously seeing a short-term drop 5 to 15%, but the best case scenario came out. And this shows that we have a lot of people out there who know what they're holding. And this, guys, don't underestimate this because this shows that the community is so active. We are literally the majority. The people who truly care about Flare are the absolute majority. Because if it wasn't, we would have seen a major drop, right? It could be 5 to maybe even more, like 20% or something like that, right? If you had people who didn't really care about Flare. But this shows that the community of Flare is vibrant, it's active. Man, this even made me more bullish knowing that we have a lot of people on board who truly cares about Flare. And that even made me so happy, man. After my last Flare drop, my eyes were on the charts all the time. I was just looking, I was like, hopefully no drop, please. And then, yeah, nothing happened. And also, one thing about the utility era that I really liked is that Flare was obviously using the same phrase that we are obviously entering the utility era. So this was Flare's article right after the last Flare drop. As it states, beyond Flare drops, Flare enters its operational utility era. As of January 30, 2026, the Flare Drop program will have officially concluded, completing the 36-month distribution schedule established under FIP 01. That was the proposal that Hugo gave to make sure that people only got 15%, but they had to delegate in order to receive way more awards. That was a really good proposal that actually made sure that we made a lot more money than actually the one-on-one airdrop, right? And you had a lot of people who don't even give a damn about the network that would have sold. So this was a really good proposal. Flare drops were not merely a distribution event. They were a governor's defined mechanism to widen network ownership, incentivize active participation, and increase holder independence from centralized custodians, which is totally true. With that mandate nearing completion, Flare is transitioning from a distribution phase into steady state network operation. And let me read to you the end part of the article, since there was a lot of things mentioned in the article regarding the burning mechanism, regarding what they did with inflation, but the end part is very important. What's next? Governor's proposals focused on sustainability. The foundation is built. FLR now operates as a core component of network security, data provision, governance, and transaction execution. In Q1, so right now, the Flare Foundation expects to bring forward a series of governance proposals focused on reinforcing FLR's required role in Flare's activity. Remember when I told you guys about that? That's coming. I told you guys there will be a lot more proposals coming for FLR to increase its utility. And now it's happening. While still in development, these proposals explore how protocol revenues such as fees from the FSS system, like we discussed, can be used to further support the network sustainability and help offset ongoing issuance subject to governors' approval. The bootstrapping phase is coming to a close. The utility era is here. And this, man, the fact that multiple of these proposals are coming in, the fact that the flare drops are over, the fact that we are entering a new phase of the utility era, man, I hope that you guys are ready, man. Because after the last flare drop, this really made me even more bullish than ever. And it's not just because the inflation from the airdrop is totally gone. It's just because that people were not selling. People know what they hold. like almost everybody, they know. At least 95% of the holders, they know what they hold. They know I'm a moron if I would sell at 1 cent. They know that. Which even made me more bullish than ever, guys. So let's go to the flare chart to actually show you the effect after the flare drop. So yeah, guys, as you can see, we are sitting at 1 cent, and just take a look at this structure, guys. Not financial advice, but this is the moment where losers are being created in the long term. And this is the time where winners are being created. Because you can do two things. You can be a loser, or you can sell everything by thinking gravity also applies to this chart. Because you have experienced gravity in real life. Once you see this, you think, oh, it's going down even more. Okay, I see this, and it goes down just like this, and then it goes to negative. That's what people think. If you put your emotions onto this chart, if you put your emotions into crypto, you're going to be a loser. But if you want to be a winner, you look at this. You look at the sentiment, what is happening in crypto as a whole. You look at what Flare is building, with smart accounts, with financial institutions and exchanges going to be on board after Firelight's Phase 2 will go live in April. You see a lot of things happening, a lot of development. And then you look at this. How can you not be bullish? How? And for the people saying, yeah, Flare is dropping, guys, look around yourself. There are charts of crypto assets who are actually solid projects, who are making new lows, who are literally not just doing this, not just ranging, they are making new lows just like this. But Flare, despite getting the airdrops and everything, still being stable like this, shows enough that Flare is here to stay. Flare and the Flare community is absolutely solid. Let me show you the chart right after the Flare drop. Because as you can see, nothing happened. No major drop. Take a look. Crazy. And the Flare drop happened around here. And guys, no major drop, no 10% drop, nothing like that. And that shows that people know what they hold. All of these people receiving the flare drops, that has received the last flare drop, these are people who truly care about Flare Network, which is just so amazing to see. Because as of right now, we are entering the utility era. And by just looking at this chart, guys, it just makes me so bullish. Because we are still in this purple range. We are still bottoming out despite even Bitcoin dropping, as Flare still holds very well. As we had this massive sell-off all the way from September, obviously that October crash, but it still managed to hold this whole purple box, as in that we are still holding this whole 1 cent range, shows that even in the airdrop era, we are still holding. What is going to happen in the utility era, guys? You better get ready, because it's about to get crazy for Flare. So we have another bullish news regarding Proof Rails, because like I told you guys in the previous videos, Proof Rails is a company that is actually turning transactions, blockchain transactions, into ISO 222 messaging. It actually makes sure that banks can read the transactions in ISO 222 style, since they are using that language with each other if it comes to the banks. So Quantic has stated that the first ever XRP ledger payment has turned into ISO 222 messaging. We have been talking about ISO 222 for years, and this is the first payment that went through it. Today, I want to share that we have observed the first XRP ledger payment turned into composable proof primitive, an ISO 222 payment event with a cryptographic evidence bundle hash anchored on Flare for EVM native automation. This means XRP Ledger payments can become natively usable outside XRP Ledger without trust or permissions. The same transaction can exist as a single canonical ISO 222 object with a public on-chain proof on Flare network. So apps, agents, and institutions can reference it and build on it from any stack. In this way, the XRP Ledger can gain an open ISO native interoperability layer with Flare serving as the neutral verification anchor. I wish I could share more right now, but the honest answer is that we need to get back to work with the devs and figure out the next steps. Big shout out to Burst Notes and Proof Rails for making this possible. So guys, a massive shout out to all of these guys here making this possible. That you can turn any blockchain transaction into ISO 222 style messaging. And the first XRP Ledger payment went through this. And this is built on the Flare network. The Flare network is actually giving a lot of utility to XRP. It's serving a lot of things that you guys actually need to realize, because this is actually massive. It's the first transaction that has gone through it. So guys, here is another bullish news from Flare. It's in. Flare Data Connector now supports Web2 APIs, prediction markets that settle real-world events. RWAs, real-world assets that unlock tokenized assets only when approved custodian APIs verify reserves. Commerce that release escrow only when an approved carrier API attests delivery for a specific order or tracking idea. Guys, what this means is that you can create a prediction market where they can track everything in the real world, which they already did, but now you can attach certain things that can trigger, like let's say if something happened and you have been betting on it, then that token will go to you or you're losing it. So this whole mechanism of getting something from the real world, from Web 2, it can now be turned into a prediction market thing where you can bet on it. And I've been talking about this for a long time, and now they can actually attach certain things with the data in order to execute things what you do on the blockchain. If you're going to bet against an event and that thing turned out to be different, you're obviously going to lose that money. But that whole mechanism is now live, guys. So we can build a lot of amazing things on Flare regarding what is happening on the Web 2, that they will grab permissionless, decentralized, and they will beam it on the Flare network and on any dApp that you are going to build on top of Flare network, which is amazing. Loads of bullishness happening with Flare while the price is still at 1 cent, guys. This is just still crazy to me. This feels like, if you're buying Flare at 1 cent, it just feels illegal at this point. It feels like you're increasing the chance of going to jail for buying this low. It's crazy. And this also gave me some flashbacks when I was buying XRP at 15 to 20 cents. I mean, back in that time, everything was so bullish for XRP. We were researching the connections between Ripple and the banks. There were partnerships happening. There were a lot of good proposals coming on the XRP ledger, but yet the price was still low. The price was at 15 cents. And I could have done two things. I could have ignored everything, every bullish thing that happened, and just focus on the price and thinking, oh, look at XRP. You know what? I'm not gonna buy anything because this didn't even had any effect on any news. Or I could have done the other thing, which I did, ignoring the negativity, ignoring the hate, ignoring the noise, and just kept on buying XRP because I knew once this would take off, a lot of grumpy people who didn't bought will be even more grumpier. I don't want to be those people. I want to get in early and I want to benefit from this and I want to be part of something bigger than me. And that is exactly what I see in Flare. That is why I'm so thankful for each and every one of you for supporting me, following me, subscribing to me, liking this video. Like, this means the world to me, and I'm so thankful for all of this. And because of you guys, I just keep on going, man. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed this content. Make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to put something down below. Let me know what you think about this video, and I'll see you guys next time.